All right, it's Saturday. I woke up early today because I have an East Coast client who's competing today. So good luck to Whitney. I can't wait to report back about how she does. She looks amazing. Went to yoga, sweat my ass off. I need to take a shower. Gonna do some work. I've got some client plans that I've got to get going. We have a birthday party that we're catering with a cheat truck, not a little one. And then we have an event tomorrow morning, early afternoon. It's 4:20 and it's Easter, and my friend owns a dispensary, so we're just gonna hop down there and maybe sell some slices, maybe not, because it's Easter, and I don't know who's gonna be going to the dispensary on Easter. I know there's gonna be people, but we'll see. I think I've made a decision to cut the gluten and the dairy from here on out. We're 2 weeks exactly from today is show day. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it. I think I'm gonna keep the artificials in for a little bit just because I have been loving how powerful my lifts have been. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I cut the heavy cream today. I had heavy cream for a recipe I made last week, I think, and it was amazing in my everyday dose. But cutting the cheese, no, not literally. Oh. That made me laugh. Sorry. I'm done. I'm going to go take a shower. Hello. Happy Monday. Oh, that reminds me. I still have to edit my video from last week. But I've got these impress nails because we are doing, God dang, the disco photo shoot today. Let me show you how easy these nails are. You get this little dealy-mabob here. You're supposed to push your cuticles back. Let me see. I'm just going to push really quickly. I'm really bad about taking time for details. But anyway, let's talk about the weekend. It's Monday. This photo shoot was supposed to happen, was it 2 weeks ago? But she was not feeling well. She woke up with a migraine. She being Hannah, who I have just recently been introduced to this year. Having an excellent photographer in your pocket is the best when you do what I do. And, you know, I've had a few photographers, but Hannah is truly, I mean, I'm going to see if I can stick some pictures of hers up here. She has these amazing visions. And not every photographer has that. Sometimes you got to come up with the visions, and I'm like, I'm not a creative person. So I'm going to also take an alcohol prep pad and do this. I don't know if I'll actually be able to talk while doing this. I probably can. I've done this enough. We are sitting 13 days out from the next show. This week is going to be interesting because we are traveling. I've never traveled. That might not be right. I avoid travel during peak week. However, if you have kids, you know how awful having kid birthday parties are. They are the worst to throw for so many reasons. If you don't have kids, I'll tell you, it's because, like, you gotta have people over and kids over that you don't know, and then you have to, like, talk to their parents that you don't know, and it's socially very awkward. These are shorter than I would like them to be, but you know what? They will last longer. Oh, update. My nails that I had last time, those longer ones lasted, like, I had to rip them off. They lasted so long. So just to report back from there, like, I was a little skeptical that they wouldn't last, but they did, so that was cool. So in lieu of having a birthday party this year, I convinced my daughter, I'm like, hey, we'll go on a trip, and you can pick wherever you want to go. And she wants to go to Texas to visit her friend in Texas, our cruise friends that we met on our cruise last year. Actually, it's almost our friendiversary, as cute as that is, because we met on this 14-day cruise. It was supposed to go to Greenland, but because of the crazy weather and icebergs, we were unable to get off at Greenland. so we ended up just sailing a lot, which is fine. I like sailing. We want to be on a boat like forever sometime. So I didn't mind it at all, but like the first or second night of the cruise, I was like, we need to find this girl playmate, because if it's just the two of us, or not the two of us, the three of us this whole time, we're going to get bored of each other on this cruise, which is what's great about cruising, is you can meet such amazing people. So I had seen our now friends like at the dining room, and I was like, I'm going to go up to them and see if they want to be friends with us. Because I was like, we need this, she needs this. And like, you know, you never know what you're going to get when you do that and just go up to random strangers and be like, hey, we're going to be friends. But these people ended up being like some of the coolest people ever. And so now we've all just become really good best friends ever. So I'm super excited to see them as well. I've got a girl competing also on Saturday, first time competitor, so I will be doing that coaching as well as spending some time with my friends. So it's going to take a lot of extra planning. I am going to see, oh fudge, I try to line these up so that I can see and what I'm doing now in case I didn't explain it. No, I need twos. Yeah, I need twos. All these have little, in case you didn't know, these guys have little numbers, tiny little numbers on the tab. So you don't have to just like guess which ones fit on there. So that's what I'm doing now, is finding what fits where. And yeah, I'm going to put that two back. So anyway, you never want to do your thumbs first. You want to do your thumbs last. So I go from most useless finger, which is my pinky, which I know pinkies have uses, to my most important finger, which I guess is my thumb. But anyway, so we're going to go see them. I need to pre-plan a lot of stuff. I'm probably going to like batch cook a lot of lean meats. And I will bring you guys along for that if I remember, or if I have the time. I also told my sister I'd watch her kids the morning before we leave. So that's something. I moved my workout up last week, so that way I don't have a workout this week to do in Texas. However, I was already scoping out the gyms because it's peak week, and like normally I'd just be like, oh, we're coming back on Monday, I'll just scoot my Monday week down a week and that'll be that. But it's peak week, so that's already going to be a weird, like, lower workout volume week. So I'm just going to find a gym in Texas and pop on into it. I already scoped out. That's one thing when you're traveling, like, look at the address you're at, see if there's a gym nearby. I've already reached out to them on Instagram to see if they do drop-ins. They've not gotten back to me. Retro Fitness, Mesquite, hit me up. I will be staying at their house, which is nice because, you know, I'll be able to cook everything there. They just asked today, like, what kind of food do you need? I'm like, girl, don't worry about it. I am going to do a grocery order when I get there and have it delivered. So that way I'll have whatever foods. I'm going to pack a bunch of protein, and I'm going to probably just order a bunch of veggies and fruit to eat while I'm there. And yeah, that'll be it. So, 7.5 minutes and then some. I've got a fresh set of nails here. Yesterday was Easter. Where did these guys go underneath? Yesterday was Easter. I behaved myself, obviously, but I also did eat some foods that I know don't jive with me. My aura was mad at me, but we're back to it today. Ooh. And that is Amber, who's texting me. Amber, one of the posing coaches for Team Flex. I'm going to try to see her in person before my next show to tune up any posing hacks, but yeah, that's what's on the agenda for the week. I'm gonna get ready for my photo shoot. I'm gonna straighten my hair. Oh, the other wonderful thing about Hannah is that she is wonderful at doing makeup as well. I am not good at makeup, so I'm super excited. Like, I can just book makeup with her before the shoot. So and for some shoots, like back in the day, I used to actually pay for someone to make, well, and I do pay Hannah to do my makeup, but I used to pay like a legit makeup artist to do my makeup. So then I would have to travel to a makeup artist and then, you know, get my hair and makeup done there. And then I'd have to travel to the shoot, wherever that was. And so it was a lot of inconvenience. And then I just started doing my stuff myself, which just didn't look as good, and I just didn't like the outcome. But now with Hannah, I don't have to worry about any of that. So stay tuned for that little photo shoot, and I'll keep you on the loop of how things are going. As of yesterday, I did some posing yesterday. I really liked how it looked. Today I was a little inflamed, so I wasn't so in love with it. But yeah, 13 days out. Let's go. All right, I've decided I'm taking you guys along for the photo shoot. So I'll try to capture some stuff because you got to see how amazing she is. All right, we got the Hannahs, and I just have to show you how beautiful this is. Her home. This is her home. Like, this is so cute, and every single time I go, I'm just like, this is adorable. Say hi, Hannah.
Hello.
She's amazing. I was telling about how awesome you are, that you do amazing concepts for photography and makeup, which is here, which you don't find very often. So we're gonna get going.
Let's go.
Let's take a look at what this shoot is. Ooh, oh my, oh my God, this is gonna be insane. Oh my gosh, that's so fun.
It's a lot of lighting.
I told
you it was gonna be colorful.
Take a look at this, guys. Okay. I haven't been recording as much this time. Sorry, I just got a message. We are 1.5 weeks out almost. I feel like it is just, oh my gosh, that husband of mine. I feel like things are moving along. I did have a little post-Easter inflammation, so things spiked up a bit. They're coming back down. They're coming back down. They always come back down. I four-plated the place we're going for barbecue. It looks good. I can't remember if I already talked about that. All the days just blur together, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that, but I'll just go over some quick travel tips for you when you are traveling and you're deep on prep, like maybe a week out from a show, which I've done before successfully. I like staying at some place where there's a kitchen, so obviously we're staying in a house, there's a kitchen, no big deal. I'm going to get groceries delivered as soon as I get there, because I think we're going to have to check a bag, even though my husband did not want to check a bag. I'm going to throw some cans of chicken in there. I'm also going to probably just eat at the lounge when we get to the airport, fast until then, and then eat the barbecue on Friday night, and then just make all my food for Saturday and Sunday and Monday. I have an athlete who is about 20 minutes away from where I'm staying, so I think on Monday I'm going to do her Pilates class and then go to the gym with her. So that's always fun when I can meet up with my athletes here. Besides that, not much going on. I feel like I did a video about the fact that I'm doing a parasite cleanse, but I didn't come up in my last YouTube, so I'm just going to talk about it now. Equilife has a parasite cleanse. We all probably have parasites that we don't need, some more than others. I actually don't eat a lot of sushi, so a lot of people who do eat a lot of sushi or fish probably have a higher chance of bad parasites, but I do love myself some salad, and parasites can be hanging out in salad. Parasites can be anywhere, so my mentor recommends a once-a-year parasite cleanse. So I'm doing that now. I'm about a week in. Yeah. It's good stuff. Don't feel any offness except for perhaps craving a little bit more sweets, but I don't know if that's also a period thing, because you know periods can do that too. Either way, those sweets cravings have reduced. They were pretty high over the weekend. But yeah, doing that, traveling, going to Six Flags over Texas. So super stoked about that. I used to not be able to do roller coasters. Well, I loved roller coasters. And then I don't know what happened. I had a baby and then like everything got messed up. But now I can do roller coasters again. They do mess me up a little bit, but I went to Knott's Berry Farm a couple weeks ago and didn't barf, so that was good. I was a little worried I was gonna barf actually, because like the first time I went on a roller coaster after having a baby was the fudge, what's the name of that place? SeaWorld Manta, which is not like a crazy coaster, but like it was the first one I went on post baby, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna barf. Like that's not me on a roller coaster. I'm usually cool on a roller coaster, but here we are. But I did a lot of coasters at Knott's Berry Farm that were terrifying. Whew, hang time if you haven't been on it. Oh my god, it's so scary. But I didn't puke on any of them, and that was actually after coming off a cruise ship, so like my equilibrium was all over the place. Definitely didn't feel great, but also definitely helped my appetite because I was fasting like all day after that. So I ate breakfast that day and I didn't eat again until, actually I think I did, how many day fasts did I do? I did a longer fast that time. But yeah, my photo shoot yesterday went amazing. Oh, you know what? Do I have, oh yeah, I do have that pulled up. Let me just show you real quick some of the pictures. Sorry, I'm walking. But like, okay, is she not amazing? First of all, these pictures are incredible. Sorry, there's a light there. These pictures are incredible. But two, she got these to me legit, like, before I even took all my makeup off. Like, that's insane. So the theme was colorful disco. I think she nailed it. But yeah, so can't wait. I think I picked my 10. I don't know though. And she'll get them edited so quick. She's so quick. Well, that's all for me today. I'll quit rambling. We'll see when I pop on here next. I've been not as good about doing this, but I will be better. Good morning. It's Wednesday and I look like a hot mess, but I think it's mostly because I don't have my eyelashes on and I don't know if my microphone is working. I'm gonna have to check that out. But anyways, so we are talking to my friends. I'm just getting my walk on. I got my workout done a little earlier because half day Wednesday. Although I shouldn't complain about half day Wednesday because soon it's going to be all day, every day, vacation, no school. So I will take the half day Wednesday. And actually she gets to stay a little bit later because they're practicing their violin stuff. She has a performance tomorrow. So yesterday we were talking back and forth a lot with our friends that we're staying with, and she was asking me what kind of food can she have, and I'm like, don't even worry about food, okay? Like, I'm just gonna make, I'm gonna order a bunch of groceries when I'm there, and I'm just gonna eat a lot of lean meats and veggies. And the husband's like, oh, I can make you egg white omelets, and I'm like, I really appreciate this, but honestly, like, I'm just gonna make my food. Like, as much as it's nice, it's like, I don't want to be like that micromanaging of like, how much oil are you using? How much of this and that are you putting in? So hopefully, and they will understand 100%. Like, they're the best. They're actually our cruise friends, so they've seen me eat any, you know. So it's not like they are unawares of the facts that, you know, I do like to eat, but we do need to pull it in a little bit. pull it in a little bit. So anyways, that's that. But he's really funny. He's like, I'm gonna be tempting you like the Carl's Jr. guy or whatever. And I'm like, okay, come at me, bro. Like, it's nothing I've not used to being, but just goes to show you, like, sometimes we're in these situations with people who don't have the same viewpoints about food, drinks, etc. And it's okay to be the weird one. It is, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine eating my food for the week out of a bag because we're traveling cold. Like, that's just part of the game. Part of that champion mindset. Do whatever it takes to get done. So that's what I'll be doing. That's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else exciting going on in my life. Oh, I was gonna have a posing session with Amber, but that's going to be on Friday now, so I'll try to film that. All right, have a good day. Well, howdy hi, folks. It's been a minute and a half, maybe more. I don't even know when the last time I went on here was. I meant to take a lot more content, but if I'm being completely honest, I didn't even know what bag the camera was in. I don't even know if this connected. Are you connected? Are you connected? I don't know. Either way. So, I think last I left out we were talking about Texas. I did exactly what I said. We had a flight around like 10 o'clock, 10, 12, I don't remember, somewhere in there. I didn't eat anything until we got to the airport lounge. They had egg bites and hard-boiled eggs, and I ate some fruit, brought my scale to the airport, weighed it all. I think even did I take a video of that? I don't know. And then I didn't eat until we got to Texas, because they were saying they were going to take us to a barbecue place. And I'm like, okay, it's Friday before my show, cannot be a jerk about this. So I got steak, brisket, and turkey. Logged it all, hit my macros. I was over on my fats, but I pulled from my carbs, and I lost weight the next day. That next morning, I had groceries delivered. I had 2 pounds of ground beef, 96%. I think 2 things of, they didn't have my 99% turkey. They had 97. I got 2 things of that, and then I'd already asked them if they had an Instant Pot, so I got like a package of chicken, cooked it all up that morning. That next day was Saturday, so we were gonna head to Six Flags. So I cooked it in the morning, ate my chicken and peas and carrots there at the house, and then I took 2 meals with me. Oh, I also ate like a bunch of blueberries and strawberries because fruit is good to eat too, and you shouldn't be scared of it on peak week. I don't think this microphone is working, but that's okay. Anyway, so that was Saturday. We went to Six Flags in the morning. Six Flags is great when you're on a diet because I rode a lot of roller coasters and didn't feel great. Didn't even really want to eat. Then after Six Flags, we went to the stockyards. Walked around there some more. I got a black coffee there. We watched cattle, whatever, I don't know, some cattle, the cows just roamed down the road. And then we went home, and I ended up eating my last meal at home with everybody. I took it just in case. But yeah, I ate it at home with everybody. Woke up the next day, weight was down. The third day was Sunday. And Sunday we were going to spend a longer time at Six Flags, so I packed all my food, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Ate breakfast there, which breakfast was chicken and carrots and peas and 200 grams strawberries and I think 200 grams blueberries, something like that. And then we went to Six Flags all day. Got some extra steps walking all the way back to the car. Ate my little meal in my car if you follow me on Instagram. It was delicious. And I felt a lot better. Oh my god, my husband, who should have brought his food, I'm calling him out right now. he decided he was not going to, because he is supposed to be 8 weeks out. We'll see if that happens. Anyways, I made extra food for him, but he was like, oh, I'll just eat at the park. He spent $19 on a salad that was frozen. Like, the chicken was frozen, the freaking bacon bits were all frozen. I'm like, I'm so grateful that I brought my little meals because it tasted delicious. We ended up staying to the park until 7, so I ate my dinner on the way home. They stopped at a salad place on the way home, which normally I can make a salad place like that fit. It was kind of like a build your own salad, but during peak week, kind of want to avoid the leafy vegetables because they might make us a little bit more bloated than we need to be. Woke up the next day, dropped more weight. Like, I will show you my weight loss scale for this week. It's been insane. Anyway, Monday was our last day in Texas. I woke up. I actually met up with one of my athletes in Texas. Her name is Leslie. Hey, Leslie. She took me through her Pilates class. I was going to do a lift and Pilates, but I didn't want to take away from what time we had. We had other plans. This whole trip was for my daughter's birthday, and we were going to go to Children's Museum. So much fun, but you know, you got to do what you got to do for the kid. So packed those meals in a plastic bag instead of a Tupperware because we were going to be going to the airport directly after the Children's Museum. So yeah, I left the house for the Pilates class and did not return back to the house. Had all the meals ready to go in a cooler. Now at the airport lounge, I did leave a little bit of room in case they had like an apple there, because I bought apples but I didn't take one. Or if they had, I didn't even leave any protein. I had my protein all on lockdown, but I did leave some fats and carbs in case there was something within my dietary frame that I could eat at the lounge. And there was like chili roasted Brussels sprouts, chili maple Brussels sprouts, which were fucking delicious. But I didn't eat a whole bunch of them because one, it's like Brussels sprouts and they're kind of bloaty too. And two, I didn't want the sodium to affect my weigh-in the next day because I'm doing daily weigh-ins because it's peak week. But no, because of like the whole timing of everything, like I ended up like ending my eating probably at like really early Arizona time, like 3 o'clock Arizona time probably, and fasted until the next day. Let me pull up my stuff. So anyway, super successful trip. I'm grateful that I got that barbecue. I didn't feel like I was missing out because I did get to enjoy one good meal of Texas barbecue. But let me turn this thing around and I'll show you what we've been looking at. So I've been out of prep. So this is March 31st. This is where I was for the WOAH, coming down from 125. Then after the show, I had some fun, came up there. Another weekend. I think that was Easter weekend. Let's see. Was that Easter? No, that was my sister's birthday party. Had some fun there, bumped up a little bit. My body literally like hates food that is not healthy. And then this was Easter weekend. I got another refeed, bumped up a bit. And ever since then, we've been coming down. So I started like this little phase of prep, which that was like, what, 2 weeks away? Easter was two weeks prior. You can see we're going down, down, down. This was before vacation, after vacation. Yeah, yesterday was Tuesday. And then again today, down to 121.2, which if we go over here is lower than what I was even at the WOAH, and it's only Wednesday. So coming in a little bit leaner for this show. Yeah, the calories are a little bit lower because I did have a little bit of fun, but nothing like I'm a little bit hungry, but I was a little bit hungry before. Not a big problem. Yeah, we're gonna see how things go this weekend. Just more practice. We learn or we win. They do have a master's class for this one, so I will be doing that. Oh, I had a lymphatic massage yesterday. If you guys haven't been doing those before your shows, let me tell you, they help out a lot. Oh, you know what? I lied to you guys. Hold on, I gotta go back to this. We left for vacation on the 25th. This was after barbecue, not a big drop. This was after one day, so it was like a pound and change from here, and then not much movement the next day. And then from the 28th to yesterday, a good drop of over a pound and a half. And then from yesterday to today, another good drop. So I've even actually, I'm a little naughty. I bought a new pre-workout and I was using it yesterday and today, but I swear I'm done. So that's all she wrote. I think I'm just gonna scrap this episode here. I really meant to take more. But my next episode will be all about the Valley of the Sun Championship. And yeah, sorry guys, this one's kind of a dud, but let me know what you want to see in the comments, and I'll keep giving the people what they want.